welele welele, welele welele. My nama way, my nama low. Awe, my nama low. Kimuloi wapsi welele. Kimuloi wapsi welele, my nama.
Oh man, oh come on. Don't make me cry. It's still early, man.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name is DJ Brian, and I'm sitting here with who I call the legend in my own right. I can call you the legend. Malatji, uyanamuna. Awar, dankisa kamada mongochusa. Emina, abu trumakas luzungzodepa moment. That song there. I mean, that's a very good song there.
My Nama.
Yeah.
A song from home. A
yes.
royal song.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Talking about the royal song, maybe before we go on, because I know there's something royal about you.
Oh yes. You can see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Malatji.
Yes.
Who is this Malatji?
A guy like you, a guy like everyone, but who loves music, who loves his culture, who loves his people, and who would do anything to play a song Yahweh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how did it all start?
It started way back, I think it was in 1988 when I realized I'm born from a musical family. My father is a singer, my mother is a singer, but not professionally. My father is a pastor.
Yeah.
So Baba Bella Gregani, and every time on Sundays when we go to church, I would see my father leading the guys, Mom Kuku singing, and my mother also leading the choir at Klepental at church. And realizing also me and my brother Moses who also sang a lot. So I took it from there, realized I'm actually a musician and I must pursue a career in music.
Oh, you're saying your brother?
Yes.
Do you mean your brother, your mom, your dad? Everybody's like singing in your home.
Actually,
the whole family.
My uncles as well.
We started there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uncle Ringo used to play guitar for
Yeah.
us when we were young. He'd come.
So that's Ringo Malatji, is it? Oh,
yes, that's
okay.
Ringo Malatji. Yeah. I Ringo
all right. No,
Malatji used to play guitar. He used to come. We used to play under a murula tree at home, where I was born. And my uncle Rigo would come to us as young boys and play guitar for us, and we dance and we sing along. So that was a great inspiration. Also, I had Urbu, Uncle Jaro and Uncle Philip had a band, Bakilala Kwasa Kwasa. So I took it to, okay, it means music is just in us.
But tell me more about Malatji. And then you began there, your family singing, you saw your parents singing, and then it all, what happened? How did you break into this industry when today we know Malatji?
One day,
the first prince.
One day, after we were making guitar teens, playing, learning to play, one day I was walking in my village,
Oh, yes.
and I came along this guy.
What is that?
I call him Pianica.
Okay.
Like
so you can play that thing
small
as well.
version of, oh, come on.
Okay, let me hold this for you. I really want to hear this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ Brad with Malatji one-on-one. Leja Road. Yeah. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That sounded like you're taking me back to Lesotho or something like that.
No, the thing is,
Yeah.
where I grew up,
Yes.
we find music really interesting.
Yes.
Because Agiri, when you go to school, they teach you this is A, B, C, D, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah, blah,
yes.
blah. Then now where I was born, I just found there's already Bugugu Mangwagu, and she looks at music from this way. It's musically we say that those are pentatonics.
Oh, yes.
But Lobedu people hear music pentatonically, so you see.
That's too big English.
It's too big English, but what I was playing, the melody, melodically, Lobedu will always sound that way.
Wow.
It's just how it is. So every time when I play,
Yeah.
when I write a song, I look at it from that point of view.
And I just said that's too big English. Maybe that actually brought me to one question. How important is education in a musician's life?
Trust me, music business just like any other business.
Yep.
Good if shop. As much as I can wake up every day, gabula shop and make sure but regular broto and all other things. Even musically, when you wake up in the morning, you look at it as a business. You must wake up, go work. You see. So importantly, if you don't have education, you'll just be lazy. There'll just be something lazy about you having to think, or I must go up and I must market myself, I must do this, I must do that. Importantly, the musician, to know theoretical part of the music. So when you write, you're not limited to only that you are self-taught. You see, you can actually be able to explore and Goloni, you will be able to know in terms of now running music as a business.
Wow, what a powerful message from Malatji, ladies and gentlemen. We're still sitting here with Malatji, the First Prince. And then how did the First Prince come about? Is there a king somewhere else?
No, not necessarily.
Are you a son of a king? Okay.
You know what?
Yes.
Remember, I'm a Limpopo born and raised. Limpopo here, everyone is a prince. Agi Malatji so unoliki go dia Malatji palabora.
Nagarkhoto shikona shigodi.
Exactly my point. So can you say you're not a prince?
I am. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Brian, the Prince Nagarkhoto.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yes,
It all makes sense.
So, but how it came about? I had a band. I started. Remember, from Bulobedu, where I started playing pianica, I met, there was a band. Oh, my parents divorced like in 86 when I was young, and I followed my mom, Amadribani,
Yeah.
where I managed to meet my uncles and met this beautiful instrument as well. Then I joined a band, the other late Rufus Nkuna.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I remember him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was playing tonga
Yeah.
disco. Yeah, so those years those were great years, and from the 90s until 94, 91, I think 92, when I met you playing an acoustic guitar.
I'm happy that you mentioned it because nobody believed that I actually played with you
Yeah.
in a band that we called LB Boys.
And from church, remember,
Yeah.
I'll be playing the rhythms, and you'll be playing the bass, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And Murudi Bidi will be in heaven.
Oh, yes.
When we do that, you know, and when he stands up, mad, you know, that's where we all learned music. But later in '94, I moved. I felt I'm gonna matriculate very soon, and it's gonna give me problems if I'm really still in my village in Blueberry, because I could hardly see anyone succeeding, making it from there at that era. So I had to beg my uncle Philip to go with him to Gauteng. You see, 94, and where I joined the school band, the Voice Educational Center. That's where I did my standard 9 and 10. And then after that, that's where all these musicians came. I started knowing all these musicians. You, PJ was you, William Tet was you, so. And then until 2002, when we were doing auditions Gua Newtown, the Puisano jazz programs, where I met Silaelo Sluta,
Oh yes.
who was interested, saying, you know what, I've been looking for a singer who can feature in my next album, The Stories Lived and Told. And then we started working together from there. And we did a song, Gatimela Kapula Kamotse.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
I
beautiful
remember the song.
Yeah, that introduced me on another level to my audience.
Yeah.
And then later, got 2007, I thought it's about time that I do my solo album. And we agreed. So,
But before that, I want to hear about Labantu.
Labantu.
Yes.
Eish, that band, my brother. I don't think I'll ever have any band like that. Labantu was a drafter Mashehu, who was a drummer, and my brother Moses, who was a bass player, and Malawian born Nixon Mtesanji.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then myself on keys and vocals. And when we were singing with those guys, you think there's even ladies there. Those guys were on fire. Actually, I still have Labantu.
You still have Labantu?
Yes, you can still book Labantu and have Labantu perform
yeah?
even today. You see.
Serious?
Yes.
Maybe people forgot how Labantu used to sound like. Oh man.
Oh my goodness, the music was amazing. That was actually, I can call it my first experience of writing and writing on that level, because before that, I was into your reggae, your R&B, because of joining the Twilights of El Dorado Park. It was a colored band, and we played ballads, and I was young keyboard player at the back, and also my uncle's reggae band, the Sunsplash.
It has an influence on you.
So
like
I had your gospel background. You remember the reggae vibe had a serious influence on me. But what about my people? Why don't I sing about me and about my people? Galangwi who proudly so introduce it to the world.
Let me put it to you that you are one of the few musicians that will sing in Kiloveru. And I want to bring this question to you. And then how did it come about that you actually decided? Because most of your songs is very, 2-3 songs that I can remember from the top of my head that you sing in English.
Oh, any
But
other
then,
language.
how did you actually decide saying well, you had a song in I think it's in Nyanja Kala Chetre, I don't know.
Chetre,
Yeah, I remember with Labantu then.
Yes.
But then most of the songs you sing them in Kiloveru.
The thing is, I can't even say I have decided
Yeah.
to sing in Kilovedu.
Exactly.
I have decided to sing.
Yeah.
Then Kilovedu
Just-
decided I will
I
sing
hear you.
kakona.
I
Because
hear you.
when I'm alone thinking, right now, Gabalo and English, but when I'm really thinking of my answer
Naga
to you now,
Kilovedu.
Agina Naga Kilovedu. So it didn't have to make sense to me, or this is who I am. It's just who I am, Kilovedu, and I'll sing Kilovedu. As much as Lionel Richie will sing English, yeah,
It becomes easy for him.
Come on. Oliver Mtukuzevuma Shona Kabo. And there I could see everyone, the musicians there, ba embrace a culture abubona, ba bela ka Xhosa, ba bangwe ka Zulu, ba bangwe ka Sotho. And I could see, even though Kilovedu is not known amongst these people, I've never even one day asked myself, for what will these people think I'm singing of, and what a strange language it is for them. To me was, okay, this is who I am, and since I want to be known by these people, I will introduce myself as who I am, my language, my music, my people.
It's you, it's Labantu. I want to go back to Labantu a little because I believe that's where a lot of things started there. It's you in Kilovedu, it's Nixon, who spoke maybe from Malawi, Chichewa, and Drafter as well.
Who was from Bushback Ridge, he spoke Sepulana.
Exactly. And then how was the atmosphere when you guys were together writing a song? How do you how How did it
You know,
come?
I must also give credit to the late drafter Mashik, the drummer, because he was like my brother and my colleague at the same time. This one weekend, we sat at my shack. I was staying in the shack. Yeah, look at the space.
Exactly.
Just from
Yeah.
he came to me, acoustic guitar, and he was beating the drum on a table while I was strumming on the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And he's like, but Wena, there's something that you're doing wrong. I'm like, what? He's like, you know what? Your voice is great, man. Be brave. Just start singing. You can write even the songs. I know you can write. So just start writing. And I couldn't believe I started writing, singing from my head, randomly writing Bumangwana. Ew, ish, Bumangwana. Let me.
Talk up. The revolution. Come on. Okay. Yeah, no.
Those are the
it's becoming
first
difficult
songs
for me.
Those are the first songs I started writing.
Yeah.
And the feeling was like, Mara, hey,
Simple message.
I've been boxing this inside all these years. Why didn't I sing this all along? So I realized maturity comes in the right time sometimes. Yeah, I had to allow myself to do those, and then until I find myself.
And then, when I grew up knowing Malatji, we used to call him, ladies and gentlemen, Le Mama. And don't ask me where that name comes from. Please don't do that.
I don't remember that.
And you're not singing with this kind of voice. What happened?
I was not singing with this kind of voice, right?
Yes.
I was still young.
Oh.
Remember? I mean, Von.
Yeah.
I was when we met, we were around the same ages of Von and Tommy,
Yeah.
your son.
Yeah.
We were 12, 13 -ish.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just imagine how would I sound like this when I'm 13.
And then, boom, Malatji.
Yeah.
And then I hear a song on radio. And you don't want to know how happy I was.
Ish, man.
The first time I played a song on radio, I'm like,
Wow.
this is my boy.
Yeah.
And I hear Nkatanga.
Yeah.
And people embrace that song. It's like,
Bass, I mean.
oh, man. People embrace that song. And little did they know that there are very powerful songs in that CD. And which I believe, even if it took about 9 years without releasing any other CD.
It's actually 8 years.
Exactly.
Wow.
So,
You know what happened?
tell me about The First Prince, man. The album, The First Prince.
I went to actually Silalo actually bought a property, a house. And he was like, hey, man, I live alone. So come, I would love to know what makes you tick, and I would love you to know me. We are brothers.
Yeah.
So I went to live with him actually in one house like for 2 years.
Yeah.
So during that time, we would wake up in the morning, go organize a gig here and there. We would come back in the evening, he would take his guitar and start strumming his guitar, and we explore. We come up with a lot of things. But this one day he came with a melody. And he came to me and said, hey, Malatji, hey, Limpopo is very interesting. We have these two-part melodies that is very interesting, man. You know what? I want you to sing like another Magogo with one tooth coming out, So, but he didn't know how to speak song.
Oh, yes.
He had the melody.
Oh,
He had the
I
melody,
get it.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he had something that was coming in this melody. He had and he
Yeah.
didn't know what else to say.
Yeah.
With the truth.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I saw that and like,
Come on, give me that. I wanna hear that melody, man. It's Judgment Malachi. Oh,
Oh man, oh yeah. And it went very well. And we put that song
Yeah.
on the Azanian songbook of Slido. I
Okay.
think it was his 4th album.
okay.
Yes. Then we had that. So, but
But is it the same version though?
we just twisted it a little.
Oh, okay,
But
yeah.
basically, we took the master from that one and then added on this. Try iron it up, looking back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we felt not enough was done to push the song to the public. So we felt this song we still should have it on the first Prince now,
Oh.
which was my first album of
yes.
2008. Yeah, because by the time we released this, Slido was on his own, Sea Lotter
yes.
records, and then which now he felt no. I think I must take you to my level,
Okay.
where I went to get a record deal and made it in the music. I'm not enough to make you who you are, to take you where you are. So I'm gonna take you to Sony,
Yep.
and there I got a record deal.
Talking about record deals and everything like that. How is the situation right now of a musician, of Malatji, of any other musician who might be watching this? How is the life of a musician when we look at these record deals and all this? That's why I wanted you to talk about the importance of education as well. What would you say?
To tell you the honest truth, Brian, as musicians, when you see me on TV, I'm this bright, shining star,
With
but
muscles.
of course. But in real life, what happens is now I'm a family man. Yeah, I'm a married man with my children at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then usually playing piano is not really only a hobby. It's a career, right? So it's not like every time when I'm at home, I'm always on.
Yeah.
When I'm at home, I'm a father.
Yeah.
I do the fatherly duties. I must be a husband to
I
my
hear you.
wife. I do that. But when now we go out and look at business, South Africa at the stage where we are now, we are not the greatest. It's not really the greatest entertainment country. Most of artists have taken clearances from big record labels
Yeah.
to start their own things. Not because I thought I'll make it better on my own without Sony, but I still felt that enough is still not being done. But we are looking at the industry changing, but not much is still not being done to change that for the real musicians.
Yeah.
What we're hearing now is a lot of other genres from outside rather that are all over our media, and then that puts artists like myself in serious danger because
Yeah.
it means I might not be able to pay rent this month.
Yeah.
My children might not be able to go to school this month.
I hear you.
So what do I do on my own? That's why I said it's very important to have an education so you can wake up in the morning and go work.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Before you cry, because
Yeah.
like I can see this is very close to your heart.
it is very, very, yeah.
When you write music, what do you mostly write about? Is it about pain, like you are about to cry now, or is it about you being happy, or you praising that old woman down there, go away? What do you really, or do you sit down with a pen and paper before you touch your keyboard? I know you're very, this special touch that you have on
The
this
thing is, these songs, the way they come, it's like when you know that you have your wife.
I get that those people who dream songs, like you are not one of those.
No.
Okay,
no.
sure.
It's like at home when you are with your wife and tomorrow you wake up, your wife announces the good news that she's pregnant.
Oh, yes.
You didn't really, when you slept last night, you didn't say, I want my wife to be pregnant.
It still shocks you even after 7 babies.
Exactly. Hey, man, these are God's blessings, coming like that one by one. So even songs for me, I don't necessarily say, let me take the pianica and write a song, or let me take a book and write a song. No, I don't do that. I allow song to be with me. I allow song to come to me.
But there is sometimes when I hear some of your songs, I feel that Malatji here is either was about to cry when he was recording the song,
this,
or it's a personal song. I can give you an example about Baile. When maybe it touches me in a different way, I don't know, from the Royal Offering. It's a special song in a big way. Baile. Maybe people don't remember how Baile sounds like.
You were right when you say some of these songs are really personal.
Okay.
They're really close to my heart, and I usually address family matters. As I said, I'm a father. I address serious family matters and community-based matters. Yeah, could it be about falling in love? Could it be about taking care of family? You see, but at the end of the day, the music is calm, is peaceful. Yeah. So Baile, when I wrote Baile, I actually took back to the time when we did music together. Yeah. When we were friends, we would see each other every day. Yeah, and we would see each other every day, and with relatives. You knew, Uri, at my home there's my brothers. I knew there's your brother at home. There's everybody was living together. But growth brought a serious change to us, because you had to go and study university. And I had to go live in the Val. Can you believe it? Isaac, my brother, went to Alexandra somewhere and went to be a security guard. And while Patrick opened his own company somewhere, and I heard Arthur, Marotiba, Guadi, Cape Town, they are pilots, but we are all looking for different things. But at the end of the day, we want to be sorted. You see, so Baile Linaha was about that, me missing all that, and though there's nothing I can do to change that, I can't say Nalo and Ari reload right now and continue where we left off. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I was just saying, let's really remember our roots, where we come from.
If it was a live TV, I was going to take a commercial break, but unfortunately it's not, because this is becoming too heavy for me. And then the Royal Offering, Malatji.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
After releasing the single, Yabaile, last year around September, right? Yeah, I've got a lot of support. I can never say it's enough. Yeah, but I've got the support, and the people are taking it well. Every time I go to perform and introduce it on that level, people are like, wow, we've been waiting for this. Remember the new album, the Royal Offering?
The Royal Offering.
Yeah, it took me some time to make. I mean, after recording 2008, 2007 was released 2008 under Sony, Summer Award, Metro Award nominee, 2009, because I was already back here in my province, and this music was now being written here in the province. That's why I could remember such matters as Baile Guy, Baile Lina, Bumukaliwa Boani, the song, where I feature Steve Kekana, and my brother Moses on the vocals as well. Very beautiful album.
Yeah, jiggy there.
Exactly. Yeah, jiggy there.
Man. And why did you decide to call it Royal Offering? Or maybe you did not decide as well, like you're saying, you never decided to sing into Clovis?
No.
Okay.
The Royal Offering decided to be the Royal Offering. It's a Royal Offering, for goodness sake. I mean, just imagine. There you are in a palace like me, you know, where I live like a king, you know, and then writing this beautiful music like this. I mean, doesn't it make sense? This is royal music. This is so. I had to compile now this offering from my heart to yours. You know, like on a golden platter. You know, on a
And
golden platter.
I believe maybe most of your followers, they don't even know that you play a lot of instruments. Eh?
Actually, they don't.
Yeah, they think you are a keyboard person. You play a keyboard.
No, no, no.
You actually surprised me with that small
The
keyboard,
pianica.
whatever you call
No,
it.
the pianica. That's why I started. Remember,
Yeah.
before I actually met a real keyboard,
Yeah.
I started playing on this thing
Yeah.
before the real keyboard. Then when I met the keyboard, I was excited to say, "Hey man, can do this thing? The notes are
the same.
exactly as a piano." Then the first day I saw keyboard, I started nibbling on it just like that on the first day. So yeah, and then but. Remember I said we started back then with the guitars, Jaugidia, Lagamatali and so
Yeah,
on. Yeah, so I already had a little light of guitar and as experienced also from church. I play little drums, I play some bass, I play pegs. Ntojedi Mbalelao are the horns, your saxophone,
Oh, yes.
the what. I've been trying, hey, but I get struggling
You
with
need
them.
big lungs for that.
I think so. When Nixon, you know, big guys, good whatever manager those things.
But when do you decide? I want to play the keyboard. I want to play the pianica. I want to play the guitar on a specific song. When do you do that, or it just come naturally?
As a piano lover, no matter how I wrote the song, no matter what the gosha, playing it on a percussion or playing it on any other instrument, I'll still bring it back to the piano. Translate it back in piano. So the piano is great accompaniment for me. I can't say I'm a pianist. I can't say I'm a vocalist. No, I'm none of those.
You're a musician.
I'm a musician, so I try incorporate my piano with my voice to deliver my true feeling. You see, yeah. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get Malatji to play a guitar for us.
Is it?
Just stay tuned. Yes. But then you worked with the legendary Steve Kikana on the Royal Offering. I just imagine what was happening in the studio.
ooh, wonders.
I wish I was a fly. Eh?
Wonders. You know, you never struggle even a second when you work with legends like those ones, because with the 50 years of experience, Moma Bandrin Yabubona, imagine, you know what, trust me, they do it on the highest level you've ever seen. My first meeting with Brastif was in Botswana some time ago. It was that morning when we met in a hotel. Khabaroni-san, he was with the late Nana Coyote and Sepotsula, Joni Namo breakfasting, and I'm passing and greeting them, those legends, and who knew me? Oh, Tsepo Tsula knew me. Like, hey, Malatji, go and I'm this man. Who wrong? And then Brastif said, Malatji who? Malatji the singer. And then he's like, yeah, okay, Malatji, come here. And then we shook hands with Brastif, and it's like, Bon, I'm spending a week here in Botswana, and when we get back home, me and you must meet.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we met, and song began. And then when I called him, the first time maybe I called him for a performance in Marula Festival of Palama.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think it was 2012.
2012, I remember, yes.
Yeah, I called Brastif, and there was no rehearsal. I called him, we only met on stage on that day. And my goodness, how fun we had.
Wow.
Fun we had. And when he visited me at my house, I realized he's partially blind. Yeah, but he sees
from his heart.
He sees with his mind. I show him something once. If he say, hey, a bathroom, I show him once. The next thing, you go for himself. Anywhere, he does anything. Yeah, so I realized, wow, he's not only a legend, but he's also wisdom, walking and talking.
Wow.
God is good in amazing ways. So when we got into the studio, I come with a song. Hey, Okile. There's a song.
Oh, yes.
That is the first song we started with.
Yeah.
And I say, Kile manabu Kamuka silukile pumula mikuli. And he says, Banaba Batlaula Mudimu Utlababo.
And he went up, eh?
Yes. My little sister was just going through divorce with her then husband. Yeah, so I wrote a song with her in mind. And so when I told Bro Steve what it meant, he said, "Hey, get another experience, Mogalinyalo."
Gotta go move on, though. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm still sitting with Malatji. Yeah, right here. Okay, one on one. Maybe we need to close this, Malatji.
We need to.
If you were given, you worked with the legend Steve Kekane. If you were given another opportunity to have one person that you'd want to work with on one song, who would that be?
Oh my God. Ish. Oh.
Take the gun, shoot yourself.
Must I shoot myself like that? Oh goodness!
Please don't
You know
aim
what?
the head.
You know the thing is, ne? I love a lot of music. I love a lot of genres, and there's a lot of singing sensations that just kills me when I hear their voices. But I think one day, if I can work with this other legend, Barigi Yosondo.
Yosondo from Senegal.
Yoso.
Oh man, Yosondo.
Yeah.
Yosondo from Senegal. That's a legend.
And I
there.
wish Sam Tukutsu was still alive.
Yeah.
Oliver's son. He was young. He went on too early. I would have
With only 2 albums, eh?
just imagine. I would have loved to share something with that boy. Hey, it's sad. Yeah.
Wow, you mentioned serious artists there.
you know what? Because I'm seriously serious.
Yeah.
That there was a legend, I can say, a young man, a pioneer.
Yeah.
You know,
I follow his music big time. I know his first album was called Remembering, the second one was called Chezia, which means your sweat.
Oh, may he rest in peace.
Oh man,
May he rest in peace, that boy. Yeah.
All right. So if I have to give you another question, maybe this is the closing one. That if you had to put all of your songs, you'd list them. Which one would you say, this is my best song?
A song about my mother. I always find myself playing it in every gig.
I know.
Yeah, I can leave a lot of songs out.
Was that a personal song? I know the song. Was it a personal song?
It was.
You want your mom to see what you achieved?
You know what? I really wanted to make my mom proud because she raised me as a single woman. I used to see her once a month, you know. After she's left, she's working, and then once a month there she comes home, and she tried build us a roof, nyana. She tried take us to school from nothing, my brother.
Very fortunate that I happened to, to stay with your mom.
Exactly.
Know her better. Know the kind of woman that she is.
You know how beautiful she is inside out. Yeah. Same with your mom. I think as a Limpopo, we are really lucky. We are a blessed province. That's no wonder they call us Africa's Garden of Eden.
Yeah, exactly.
We are. There's milk and honey flowing everywhere.
I'll allow you to close with Mawe. But then your final message to those who are watching everywhere in the world, and we believe that this interview will have a chance to upload it on our YouTube channel, which we are very glad to announce that we have over 1 million views on the DJ Brian channel.
Yes.
That's a very big achievement, and thanks to you that you have most of your videos there. People watch those videos everywhere in the world. And now that you spoke about Botswana and I was surprised why your videos have mostly watched that side of the world. Yes, they're watching them that side because you're actually able to see who is watching where from how and everything like that. But then what's your message to those who love you all over the world who's watching right now?
Let's keep the real music grooving, you know. Yeah, let's not fool ourselves, Gaga. the computer. They have a power, you know. But we please still manage to teach a child an instrument and teach a child your language and your music and your people's culture, and so that tomorrow bakono will represent awena their offsprings bakono will represent awena all over the world. Now this is my second album, the Royal Offering. From the first Prince to now the Royal Offering, it was a serious gap, you know. But that's what is gonna happen all the time. I'm gonna take another time, sweet time, to release another album because this music is just good enough to listen. Yeah. So I promise to still bring out the best of me. Ooh, shoo mame, yeah, ay, ay, shoo mawe, du lamfasi mawe. Sasudulu mama, letome lesudulu, batanga babereke mawe, basimana babereke mawe. Dulamfasi mlabe magudru, mawe. Liuli sasudulu mama ye. Lesudulu, batanga babereke mawe, basimana babereke mawe.
Ladies and gentlemen, as promised earlier that I'm going to allow Malatji to give us the touch of his guitar. Take it away.
You. Oh yeah, musali wa unaka Siyama munaka Galana Biluyaga yatakala mnyana Biluyaga yatakala mnyana Msari wa mulozwi Gauwanane Dasi wa mulozwi Matsala badra Yesu Garna Biluyaga ya takala mnyana Biluyaga yatakala mnyana Ustulen krinyana